Hello everyone, this is Annabella. This is going to be a current energy reading for V and Jennie. The reason that got me to want to read for V and Jennie today is because right before their rumor breakup, I had a dream of them. I was chatting with a fan friend about how awkward they were in my dream. They were walking away towards separate directions, like their business with each other had ended. I told her how I felt like their relationship was weird and it was like a business contract. A week later, the rumor breakup news came out. I believe that dream was part of an astral projection episode of mine, and though it's a weird concept, I hope you all treat it with respect. But anyways, because of these coincidences, I wanted to do a quick reading for them. Let's now take a look at the cards. Four of Earth. Some of the definition for this card are storage, reserve, savings, maintaining the status quo. What I see here is this hedgehog storing up goods to survive the winter. He is about to close his door as he believes he has enough food for hibernation now. The thing about my energy reading is that it can be a little bit abstract. That is the case because first of all, we don't know exactly what is going on in their life, and also, I don't want to accidentally expose things that should be kept away from the public. But maybe this card has some kind of relation to my dream, where whatever business they have with each other, whether it be a romantic relationship or not, they felt that it was enough and it's time for them to end it now. The Star. In the monsoon deck, it represents hope and freedom. I think the definition for freedom makes more sense here since regardless if they had a relationship or not, they each have their own lives now and are doing their own things, where V is now in the military and Jennie just launched her new label. Wheel of Fortune. This card represents the law of nature, changes driven by the environment, faith, and things that happen beyond humans' control. Basically, V and Jennie's relationship was unpredictable. But to make the argument that everything was fake regarding their relationship seems a bit too forceful too, because this is a strong card and there has got to be something going on between the two of them, regardless of what it was. Temperance. The big cat into Temperance is trying to cope and remain calm despite all the chaos that is happening. This card is about adaptation, trying to balance life. This card makes me wonder if their relationship had a purpose. I don't know if it's to cover for something or someone, but it was part of the adjustment to distract the press, perhaps, and get whatever other situation happening in the background a chance to eventually work out. It's like trying to get you to focus on something else so that you don't pay attention to the other thing. It could also represent the fact that their separation will put everything back in balance. The Moon. This card here is that uncertainty relating to the thing that we shall not know because it is specifically what they are trying to hide. We are not allowed to see the whole picture. This whole reading has been so abstract and I am so sorry, but there are 4 major arcana here. I still just feel like this relationship was meant to happen to cover up something. To make it less abstract, I would say the relationship happened for a reason. It was genuine at first, then they tried to use it to untangle a situation. But now it's time for everything to end. Regardless, this relationship is too abstract and hard to proceed. I know reading V and Jennie would always bring a lot of debates, so this is going to be the last time I will be reading for them. I actually didn't realize that they never officially confirmed or denied their relationship. I kept assuming they were in a relationship and kept addressing them as such. This was my fault. However, I remember the Two of Water came out for V and Jennie in one of my first reading for them, so I do think they may have tried to make something work. Some feelings were real, but the Two of Water in the monsoon deck isn't a super strong partnership card, as it also states that there can be an end to this partnership. My previous future reading for them also had a lot of tens in the spread, which means ending. Undoubtedly, whether they dated or not, their relationship probably no longer exists now. V and Jennie are a great couple for me to practice my tarot reading skill on. I believe my readings resonate, but I didn't have all the experiences to explain them well, and the fact is, things are meant to be a bit uncertain with V and Jennie. Plus, energy is always changing. Regardless, I'm still trying to improve and become a better reader. Please support my journey. But with the current situation, I totally understand why the divorce and move on card came out for the reading on if V is Jennie's future spouse. Tarot is just so interesting, right? That's the end of this reading. Please remember that this is only a tarot reading. Tarot is based on energy, and as the interpreter of these energies, I may not be 100% accurate. Please remember to be logical, have an open mind, and keep yourself grounded with the information. If you're interested in buying a reading from me, please check out my description for my contact information. I accept payment and donation via PayPal. For pricing, please see my channel's description. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day and see you next time.